sit your hallelujah. Girl, sit your hallelujah. Cause Uptown Funk don't give it to you. Cause Uptown Funk don't give it to you. Cause Uptown Funk don't give it to you. Saturday night and we in the spot. Don't believe me, just watch. Come on. Don't believe me, just watch. 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 Hey, 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 oh! Before we leave, let me tell y'all a little something. Uptown, funk you up. Uptown, funk you up. Uptown, funk you up. Uptown, funk you up. I said uptown, funk you up. Uptown, funk you up. Uptown, funk you up. Uptown, funk you up. Come on, dance, jump on it. If you sweat and flown it. If you freak dead and own it. Don't brag about it, come show me. Come on, dance, jump on it. If you sweat and flown it. Well, it's Saturday night and we in the spot. Don't believe it, just watch. Come on. Don't believe me, just watch. 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 Hey, 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 oh!
Extra value meals are back at McDonald's. For just $5, get a savory and sweet sausage, egg, and cheese McGriddles, plus hash browns and a coffee. The sausage, egg, and cheese McGriddles meal for $5.
Lately, there's been something in the air. There's been a lot of smaller talk. When we were younger, we would share our fears. Now we're afraid of being mocked. I still can hear
Don't want to miss. We're getting started. Good morning. Good morning. Now you guys are like right up in front. I'm feeling the pressure. I'm feeling the pressure. How y'all doing? Good. It's good to see so many of you. I wasn't sure if it would be a little late. Like, is it another holiday that you just take off? You know what I mean? Kids are at home, but you guys made it. I'm impressed. And it's only 28 when you left the house, right? We have a mink coat. Where did I see my mink coat? Iris has her mink on today. I mean, it's cold out there. Yes. Faux. You don't have to tell anybody it's faux. You never tell anybody. No. All right. Well, welcome. I, again, am super excited because it is a holiday today. Would you guys also join me? We have this beautiful flag here. Would you guys join me in the Pledge of Allegiance? I feel like it would be the only way to start this meeting as we honor our veterans today on Veterans Day. I pledge allegiance
to the flag of the United States of America, to the republic which stands one nation under God, indivisible,
with liberty and justice for all. Awesome. Love it. I have one other ask. Would you remain standing if you are a veteran and served our amazing country? Sir. And I do know we have plenty of veterans in the house, maybe just on Zoom. Thank you as well for your service. I'm just going to move our little flag down the lane here because you guys know, I know why you're here. We have an amazing Rockstar panel today. But first, we are going to start, with me getting the clicker. We are going to start, there's our veterans. We're going to start with our welcoming for our first time guest, Miss Fatima. Where did I see you? Want to join me up front here? So if it is your first time in the room, I have this Britney Spears mic on, and that is because, again, we have some of our friends here on Zoom land so that they can hear me. The mic that Liz has, if you want to speak, you got to speak into the mic, okay? Just so the people on Zoom land can hear us. Is there anybody, would you stand up, please, if it's your first time being at a KWB team meeting? Look at this. Awesome. Miss Fatima has a gift for you as she's making her way around. Just tell us your name and really what you're doing here.
Good morning. To some of you, I think I said good evening. I apologize about that. My name is Lisandro. This is my first time being here in a team meeting. I mainly came here just to see how the culture is, see how people conversate, get along with each other. It feels very welcoming, very heartwarming. I'm sorry about that. And well, I look forward to being able to have great conversations in here and get to know new faces and meet new people. Thank you.
Love it.
Factual. That was amazing. It was amazing.
That's awesome. Thank you. Fantastic. That's all right. That's all right. I saw we had a second mic.
Yep.
Hi.
Hi, good morning. My name is Leslie DeArmond. I am here just to kind of get a feel for real estate. I am very new. I'm very green in real estate, and I've had a lot of people who have suggested that I come to the Valentine.
Aw.
And it has such a good vibe here at the Valentine office, and everybody that I've met so far has just been so friendly and so welcoming
Love
that it's really carving the path for me to see what it is that I can do with real estate. And I'm learning a lot, and I absolutely love the vibe here, and I
Aw.
appreciate you all having me.
Welcome. That's awesome.
Hi, everyone. I'm Dana Summer. I'm a loan officer in the office with Teresa Green at Carolina Gold. Just started last Monday, but I really appreciate the super warm welcome. See some familiar faces, and I hope to get to know every one of you guys and partner with you soon. But I really appreciate the opportunity to hang out with you guys and get to know you, learn a lot about what you guys do. And I'm excited to partner with you on the mortgage side and help support Teresa.
Awesome.
Thank you.
Ma'am,
Hi, does work?
you're good. It's not really you're not gonna hear it as
Okay.
much in here as they will on the Zoom land.
Just testing.
You're good.
I'm Rebecca Gardner, and I'm a baby broker, and I am here to learn more about KW Valentine. I've heard wonderful things, and I'm so excited to meet new people. I see a lot of cool faces, and I'm excited to learn more.
Awesome. Welcome.
So, hi, I am Carissa Seabour, David's wife, and thank you for the warm welcome. I'm just here to talk about Walking with Moms in Need, a ministry that's really close to our hearts. And so, thank you for having me.
Yeah, can't wait. We got one more in the back. Anybody else? First time at a team meeting? Good. All right. Our one more up front. Everybody got a gift?
Hello.
Fantastic. Thank you to Miss Fatima.
Hello, everyone. My name is Haley Cornwell. I'm here with Jessica Pegg today. I am very new to real estate. I recently just passed my Superior School of Real Estate pre-licensing exam.
Woo!
So my husband and I, thank you. My husband and I are looking to build our business in real estate. We still work our full-time 9-to-5 job. I'm in cybersecurity. He's in retail media. So very excited to be here to learn how we can have this business built with Keller Williams and have that eventually be our full-time thing. So nice to meet you guys, and I look forward to connecting with everyone.
Love it. Thank you. Great job. All right. Do we get everybody? Amazing. We'll keep on because as usual, we have a full schedule. So this is the moment that we do bucket fills. And bucket fills, let's do 3 today. 3 bucket fills. And this is just an opportunity to thank somebody. Whether somebody maybe just made you feel good or did something good for you. Let's give them a shout out. We'll take 3 today.
I want a bucket filled Teresa and Chip. I don't want to cry. I don't want to cry, but I just love the way that they've just stepped up and they're here and just we can always depend on them. And I think they just get it. They deserve a huge round of applause and a big thank you. Because they are the bomb.com.
Thank you.
Hi, I want to do a bucket fill also for Chip and PJ and Tasha because I absolutely grabbed them. Red flag, SOS, save my ship. I have a client. What do I do? And they each dedicated an hour of their time to put my training wheels on and give me a good push. So thank you so much. It meant the world to me. Thank you. This place is awesome.
Hey guys, so my first listing just hit the market 2 weeks ago. So I want to thank, first of all, my coach Sharon, because she helped me a lot during this process with a lot of patience that I don't have, and she does. So yeah. And also Rob that is not here, Jim that helped me to do the CMA, Carla that was making sure that I don't get into a real estate jail. So yeah, I just want to say thank you guys. And I'm so happy that I have this family for me here.
Love it. We good? Anybody else? Yes, please. One more mic up front. We're never going to stop if we got more gratitude.
Hi, everyone. I'm Louise Cloutier, new agent here, and the bucket fill today is for Sharon. So I got 2 buyers and a listing this weekend. I've been thrown into the fire, and if it was not of Sharon, I don't think I would be standing here right now. I would probably be pulling my hair. So thank you.
Amazing. I have a feeling we're going to want to keep an eye on this board. You guys are on fire. I love that. All right, let's keep going. We've got some amazing vendors in the house. Would you guys please stand up? I know we've got Heritage Title, DRB Homes, 24-hour Moving Express. You're still here? Yes, please stand up and wave your hand. Elizabeth's like, I'm not on there. Yes, you're a vendor. We love our vendors. You guys make sure and stop out in the hub area just to talk to them after team meeting. See how they can help you with your business because that's what they're here for. And they're phenomenal. All right, what you guys have all been waiting for, hearts of service, please come on up to the front. Sharon who? set my stuff here if that's okay. You're good, honey.
I know. I was like, oh, they're all panels will show up.
Forgot to print, so we're using a phone. Hate to use my phone because then people are like, why is she holding her phone? I don't technically like that. I love it. We brought all the goodies. Look at everybody. It's like, David's just gonna hold the mic for everybody. Yeah? Okay, so super, super excited about today's panel. You guys know we've been doing panels every team meeting this year, but this one specifically is for November. Why November?
Gratitude, being thankful, giving back.
All the things, right? And so we went out and we found 3.5 of our own agents who are powerhouses when it comes to thankfulness, gratitude, giving back, and all the things you do out in the world. So we want to hear from you guys today. So why don't we start here? Tell us who you are, maybe how long you've been here at KWB. Like, tell us about the real estate part first, right? So people know who you are.
Good morning. I'm Mark Burdett. Chip asked me the other day, he said, how old are you?
Oh, he asked you how old you were?
I said, 75. And he said, that's all?
That's it.
That's it. Anyway,
Young.
that's young. So got in real estate in 2008, been here at Ballantyne, kind of on and off since 2012.
Perfect. And you sell mostly
I'm commercial.
commercial agent.
Commercial. Dirt.
Mm-hmm. I love it. And Miss Sharon, you will have to speak in the mic. We're just going to share mics today.
Okay.
So everybody online can hear us.
So do what? Okay.
There we
Okay.
go.
Can you hear? So, I got my license in 96. I was at another company and I heard Keller Williams come into town. So I busted in the door at 2001. So I started at South Park and then I incubated to this office and been here ever since.
Yes, you have.
So I've been in the business 29 years. I was 40. So y'all know how old I am. But I had to wait till my youngest one got in kindergarten because my husband wanted me to be a mom at home. And I needed some money. I needed my money.
In your way.
So that's how long I've been in it.
Good morning, David Seabor, 10 years in real estate and 10 years at Keller Williams Ballantyne. It's crazy to think that 10.5 years ago, Chris and I arrived here to Charlotte, not knowing anybody, didn't have a car, came in from Hawaii with what we could fit into suitcases. And here we are 10 years later, building something not only incredible in real estate, but out in our community as well.
I was sharing with somebody the other day about how we were the first to share offices and we didn't have 2 pennies. We had no business getting an office. We did not, but we knew being in the office and where that was going to bring us, right? Just doing the right things. And so I knew David even before he had kiddos, all the things, right? Oh, I love it.
Yeah.
Ma'am.
Sure. So, hi, I'm Carissa Seabor, David's wife. He's been in it for 10.5. So I've been in it for 10.5.
Yeah.
And I have to just say this ministry is about community and your office is about community. You've been family to David. And we're just so grateful to be here with you all. So thank you for having us.
Amazing. Well, how about we just stay with you guys? We'll start over here on this end.
Okay.
Tell us about, is it a foundation? What is it that you guys are doing in the community? Tell us all about it.
Sure. Okay. So we are a part of Walking with Moms in Need. So it is a kind of a US wide program, but we are at it at St. Matthew's Catholic Church. And what we do is women in the community that find out they're pregnant and don't have community, don't have people to walk with them, we will walk with them. So they come into our church, our parish center, our gym once a month, and they walk through almost like a free consignment store. They get diapers, they get strollers, clothes, just anything that they need for their children ages 0 to 5T. And they actually walk with a volunteer as well. So that's kind of the gist of it. Yes.
Yeah, so I'll just add, ministry's been going for about 5 years now. And what started out as just individual requests is now turned into helping between 120 to 130 families a month. No questions asked. People come from all parts of the city. And it's just pretty remarkable to see the reactions of the moms and the kids that come through when you're willing to support them in this time of need. And some of these moms are facing high-risk pregnancies, and what we find that oftentimes the decision between keeping a baby and not keeping a baby is as little as $200. So giving them a car seat or giving them a stroller or a crib can often be a life or death situation in some of these scenarios.
I did put up pictures, and I'll do the same for our other two friends here today. But I think even when I glance at that picture, the power of what you guys are doing, how do you get those items?
And I think that's the incredible thing. Like each month we go through probably 75% of the items that are donated, and miraculously it replenishes itself month in and month out. And I want to call out a few other people that are in the room as well. Fatima, Carla,
Wave so they see you.
Margie, Jenny have also regularly partaked in the ministry. And it's just really incredible to see all the stuff be brought in. I'll credit Carissa for really creating some wonderful partnerships as well with consignment shops. So we're welcome to certainly individual donations, but there's some places like these consignment shops locally that are receiving more items than they can process. They know specifically what we're looking for, and what started out as individual donations has turned into basically reoccurring lead generation for the ministry itself.
Amazing. Miss Sharon, I do have a video. Would you like to tell them about it, or would you like us to share the video first?
I'm just going to let me show them what we do. talk
Fantastic.
About that,
And when you're ready,
and
we
then
have
I'll
it ready.
let y'all see how
Perfect.
it can impact the family. Can you hold that? So anyway, our guild is called the Smocking Guild. It's called Smocking Guild of America, SAGA. What we do as our mission is we make infant gowns for babies that die too early, or babies that are have a miscarriage situation at 20 weeks. And I'll show you how small they are. This is a half-pound baby that is born at the hospital. And this is the little hat that goes with it. So these girls get together, and what we do is we try to make gowns. I'll let you hold it up. There you go. And you can hold it. So anyway, we meet once a month, the Smocking Guild of America. And what we do is we donate these to the hospital. And the nurses there will give these to the mothers, and then they get to go home with something, because the hospital does one or two things. They either take the baby, they dispose of it, or McEwen Funeral Home will come for free and put it in a little casket and let the family come in, just the family, come in and say goodbye. And people don't know that. So anyway, what you're going to really see today is how little these gowns are. But what we do for these women and men that will come to our guild, we it's a mission for them. So when you go on a listing appointment and you see a sewing machine or somebody's knitted something or whatever, if you'll recognize that they are interested in sewing or have an old sewing machine, you can ask them, say, oh, we have a guild in our company that makes gowns for babies that pass away at the hospital. So the mothers go home with something, and that's our mission. So
I love it. And again, something that people might not know, because they're not here at 6 or 7 o'clock at night. You guys for years have met.
We've met in the Keller Williams office and invited, we've served our own people here, like Lorenzo Boone called us at midnight one night, and we went to the hospital, took him to gowns. They were unexpectedly delivering a baby that was premature and didn't live. So you call us, we will be there. We'll bring your gift for your baby, and you'll have one to take home and a burial gown for the baby if you want that. So
let's show your video.
this is a baby.
God's gonna say the same, girl.
But several years ago, my son called and said, our baby has died and we're going to have to carry it 2 more days and then deliver. So that's Retley. They've had 2 healthy children since then and had one, but that was her little memorial he sent to our family about the birth because they didn't know what they were having. So at the beginning, he said it's a girl and they just didn't know. But anyway, it's been a real blessing being part of this because now it's affected my family. When your family is affected, we'll be here for you or friends that you know. Because sometimes at the hospitals, they don't even know that they have these gowns available to them. So anyway, that's how it's affected our life. And you might have something happen in your life too. So we'll help you.
I got nothing.
Yeah. That was horrible, terrible management on my part. We should have put her last. Sharon, you don't get to talk until the last 5 minutes. Right.
Okay. So back in around 2000, my wife and I joined a team that was feeding the homeless in downtown Charlotte. And this vision for a mobile shower trailer came into being. And then in 2021, this vision came to light full force. And we incorporated and formed Showers to the People. We bought a shower trailer last year, and we go down to the uptown to the streets of Charlotte and provide mobile showers for the homeless. It's been a passion. It's been a vision. I think there's a difference between goals, dreams, and visions. And goals are how we get to these things. Dreams are, I want a new Mercedes or something of material value. I think visions literally come from God, and they don't die. You don't have to write them down. You don't have to put them on the wall. They're just in your heart.
Love it. I'll stay with you and we'll go back down. What motivated you? Why was this a vision you saw? Why is this something that was close to your heart?
I'll have to point to my wife because I really did not want to go down the street and deal with stinky people and hug them and all that crap. It didn't appeal to me.
There's got to be a better way, he says. Can we serve somewhere else?
It didn't appeal. But this is a faith-based ministry, and God changed my heart. I had a life-threatening experience in 2021, and it changed the way that I looked at people, and I began to see people, not somebody with a temperature, and so it was all in. It was just all in, and it's been a lot of work, but it hasn't felt like work. And we go down there early on Saturday mornings. We set up and we're there till 1 o'clock, and it is just something that you do. There was, I was going to read a short passage of scripture, Teresa.
Please.
And again, this is a faith-based ministry, so you'll get the gist. This is from Matthew 25. Then King Jesus will say to those on his right, "Come, you who are blessed of my Father, inherit the kingdom prepared for you from the foundation of the world. For I was hungry, and you gave me something to eat. I was thirsty, and you gave me something to drink. I was a stranger, and you invited me in. I was naked, and you clothed me. I was sick, and you visited me. I was in prison, and you came to me." Then the righteous will answer him, "Lord, when did we see you hungry and feed you? When did we see you thirsty and give you something to drink? And when did we see you as a stranger and invite you in, naked and clothe you? And when did we see you sick or in prison and come to you?" And King Jesus will answer them and say, "Truly, I say to you, to the extent that you did it for one of these, you did it for me." And that's why we do it. That's why we do this.
Beautiful. Miss Sharon, we heard your why. Yes, that's
why. I didn't know that was going to be my why, but that is my why.
Isn't that funny? We actually just talked about briefly, like being placed on your heart, which Mark even just mentioned. Something you had no idea but you were serving even before you knew.
So I had mentioned a few people that had partaked in the ministry in this room. I also want to call out a few other people. Rebecca, if you raise your hand, Teresa and her family as well. So thank you for your support of the ministry. I'll say, like, just like our kind of journey of business, really starting with nothing and building into what it is today, has kind of been the journey with this ministry as well. As you saw there, a full gymnasium full of goods. Some of the early stages saw our downstairs guest room as a sorting room for all that stuff. And when the guest room filled up, our garage was filling up. I'm a guy that likes to park my car in the garage. So selfishly, I want to get my car back in the garage. It's like, all right, what can we do to bring other people involved? And really, the church was already running it, but it's like, all right, how do we push it more into it? Kind of drove us to build it bigger and then also invite other people into the cause as well. At the beginning, like, again, it was piecemeal donations. Really credit Carissa for really driving that, posting things on social media and reaching out to friends to really drive those initial donations. And then to be able to grow with the ministry and, again, pulling larger organizations into it, inviting other people to partake into it, and then monetarily using the support of the business to be able to sometimes give publicly and then other times give quietly has been an important part of us kind of growing the business. Chris and I have both been in agreement that we're merely stewards of the gifts and the resources that have been given to us, and the things that we earn through the business are certainly to be used for our good and our family's good. But there becomes a level of responsibility that comes with receiving success in business. And that's to really support those in the community and those that are around us that are most in need of that support.
So, I think what's beautiful about this community that filters down to service is your love for each other and your desire to help each other. And so this is a ministry where most of the women that come to us have no one. When they decide to keep their child, they are abandoned by their family and their friends. And we have the opportunity, whether it's to walk with a woman or it's just to donate the diapers or donate, a toy, a jacket, clothes. The best part is everything that's donated, people are pretty much done with. Their clothes, they're done with. Their toys, they're done with. Their pack and play, they're done with. It's everybody's leftovers that are given new life. And so, in any way that you may feel called to this ministry, we take, any type of help. If you'd like to come walk with a mom, let us know. If you'd love to do a diaper drive, let us know. We'd love to come alongside you and help. I remember when we had 2 tiny baby kids, Teresa would say, "We're done with our stuff. Would John want it? Would baby John want it?" I might get emotional. That's where this started. She gave us her stuff. Mark would drive with his fire truck and he'd drop off clothes for John or toys. Now, thankfully, David was working his booty off, so we could afford it, but we felt like this is what life is about. If we don't have to buy it and we can use it and then pass it along to another mom, there's something about this that's good. And that's where the vision started. What can we pass along that we're done with? And this is a business that has such incredible hearts. Like, what if Ballantine office is totally about the community? What does that do? And you are already. So I just thank you for that. But if there's something you feel called to do for any of us, like, these are beautiful ministries too. Just know we would love to have you be a part of it in any little way. So
that's a great next question, and we'll kind of close it up here without, if anybody else has any questions for you guys. How do they connect? Should they email David? Is there a website?
Yeah.
I mean, even again, Sharon, your ladies come in and they're doing the hard work, but is there a way we can help by?
Yes, so this is a really good thing. McNaught, who does a lot of our closings And you know, he's been with us forever. He's one of our vendors. So when he found out about Lorenzo, he made a tremendous donation to our guild that gave us enough money to do over 1,000 gowns. It was a big 1 yard of fabric on this little tiny gown can make 6 gowns. So we had plenty of fabric. And so what I'm just saying to you is the same way that we invite people when we go on a listing appointment or have a buyer. And I just always ask them, do you know anybody thinking about going into real estate? And they're always going, yeah, I've got a friend or whatever. The same way you can say, do you know anybody that sews in the community? Or do you have a mother that's here with you that knows nobody, maybe knits or crochets or whatever? They can get involved in the community and feel more a part of us. And then they'll see what Ballantine is doing. But our website is, this is easy, and don't make it, be sure and put the C in, because I've heard people go, I put in smoking in the Carolinas. No, it's smocking. S-M-O-C.
Smocking.
S-M-O-C-K-I-N-G in the Carolinas. And you can just Google that and it'll come up with our Facebook page, our website. It'll give you stories. You'll see people on there that are making things or whatever. The workshops, we have workshops here on Saturday mornings, maybe once a month for several months. And we actually teach people to smock, or it's so inexpensive to do it, but it has such an impact. So.
Love it. Mark, how do they find you?
First of all, Chris, thank you for not me being the only crybaby up here. But so Showers to the People. And I've got some cards back there. You can scan the QR code and you can volunteer, you can donate, but most of all, we covet your prayers. It's a lot of moving pieces in this ministry, and we need a deeper bench. We have churches that are reaching out to us now and wanting us to participate in their ministry. You know, we're just getting started. We already need a larger trailer. So lots of things going on. Showerstothepeople.com. Showerstothepeople.com.
Beautiful. Miss Carissa, is there a
Yes.
place they should go?
Some flyers if anyone's interested, but you can definitely reach out to him. And he can, or the best email is walkingwithmomsinneed@gmail.com. So I know it's long, but walkingwithmomsinneed@gmail.com. Or you could, yes, you can reach out to David and you can get my information. But you could do diaper drives, just anything that comes to your heart. Be involved in our hand up days, but reach out that way.
I guess I'm going to put one challenge to the group as well. So whether one of these ministries appeals to your heart or there's something you're already connected to, the amazing gift of connecting with a group that is close to your heart is you show up thinking that you're going to be the one that's giving something to someone in need, and you certainly do that. The amazing part of it is it does something to you in the process that's only possible when you tell your heart and tell your mind there's more than enough. I'm able to share my gifts, my time, my talent, and it comes back to you in more ways than you can ever imagine. So in this time of gratitude, in this time of opportunities for service, really challenge everybody in the room and up in Zoom to really think about where do you have a gift? Where are you being called to take that out and better your community?
Give these guys a round of applause. That from you. We do have just one small gift from the Market Center for each of your foundations. Thank you for being here.
Thank you so much.
From the Market Center. Do not thank me. It is from the Market Center.
All right. Thanks for
Thank you. Amazing. Making me cry up here.
I know.
You guys are amazing. Sorry, we should have prefaced with, yes, bring your tissue is what we should have done. Love you. You guys are amazing. So great. And all you guys, nobody's running out. We all stick around for a little bit and then make sure that you guys get a chance to go up and talk with them a little bit more. Okay. All right. I hope he's online. We have a very special guest. He didn't know he was going to have to follow that.
I know. Are you?
Hey, Mark.
What in the world? I love it.
So
Hi.
good to see you. I wish I could pan the room. You've got a full room today here at Keller Williams Ballantyne, and we're so happy you're here. So take it away.
Well, I'm so excited. Thanks. I hope that I get to see everybody on December, what is it, December 3rd from 9 to 3, I think. I'm so excited to be there. It'll be my first time in the Market Center at Ballantyne. I think it's supposed to be a gift. I hope it's a gift for you. But I was watching that thinking, oh my gosh, what I do is not that important. Because what those 4 people do is way more important. Number B, I was thinking, have you ever watched a presentation like that and said to yourself, man, I would love to give each of those groups X amount of dollars. I just don't have it. I feel guilty that I just don't have it. And so what I kind of have built my life and my practice around is helping us get to the end of the life and not really have to have that concern anymore. There's one part of our life that we're told is the hardest part, that is to build wealth. And yet it's the most mathematical. It's the easiest to achieve if you have a plan and a strategy, right? I'm not an expert on health and all those good things, but I can tell you that all of us make enough money statistically to be wealthy by the time we're ready to retire, and only 3% of us make it there. And so what we've done is we built an entire practice around helping people solve this. And what I would love is if everybody in the room said, you know what, and this is not meant to add any guilt to your plate. I'm Southern Baptist, so we use guilt sometimes. We also hide our drinking. That's my favorite Southern Baptist joke. Anyway, so what I would love, though, is for us to be able to say, I'm going to give $1,000 to each of those 4 ministries because it touched my heart so much and I can do more. And by the way, it's not going to affect my family. It's not going to affect, my future. It's not going to affect my retirement plans, but we have abundance because if you believe like I believe, and I don't want to push my faith on anybody, but I think that we are here to steward God's money anyway. So how do we do that? And how can we best do that? So if you're someone who you maybe have been to a church or a mosque or somewhere and you haven't been able to give what you want, I want to help solve that for you. I'm going to give you a little quick version of this today in story form, and then I'm going to take any questions. So you can ask anything. We're going to talk about macroeconomics, what's actually happening in the economy. We're going to talk about the housing market and the mismatch of supply and demand. We're going to talk about all the myths that are being perpetuated by media outlets and YouTube gurus and all the fun things. And I'm going to give you all the data you need to have the conversations you need to have with your clients. We're going to set up 2026 to be the best year ever, no matter what the market does. But I'm going to give you a couple things to think about. Number one is you are the CEO of You Inc. This comes from being interviewed by a news outlet in our industry. And the question to me was, what's it like to be an executive at the largest real estate company in the world? And I very quickly, without thinking, as I often do, said, it's made me a better CEO of me. And a bit puzzled, the interviewer said, well, what does that mean? And I said, well, if you think about it, 87% of us don't follow a written budget. And to be completely transparent, I wasn't following a written budget every month on my personal finances. I'm like most realtors. I can go sell another house. I know how to do that. I always know how to make more money. And yet I wasn't paying attention to something as simple as a budget. I didn't have a tight balance sheet and assets and liabilities. I didn't know my net worth. 51% of Americans cannot calculate their net worth, right? So I didn't have these tools. I didn't have a business plan for my life. I didn't have a strategic retirement plan and structure. Now imagine going into running someone else's business. Imagine walking into Gary Keller's office before a board meeting and he'll say, okay, let's get ready. Let's go through the numbers. And you say, hey, as the executive here running this thing, I don't use a budget. I'm like 87% of Americans. I don't have a balance sheet. I don't know where we are as a business. I don't have a plan, really. How would that conversation have gone with Mr. Keller?
Some chuckles. I'm hearing lots of chuckles.
And yet, that's how we operate our own lives. Isn't it crazy that you would run someone else's business better than you would run your own? Think about it. If Gary called today and said, I'm hiring you to run this business and I need you to run a P&L, a budget. I need you to run a balance sheet, a net worth statement. I need you to run all these things. And you said, well, I really don't want to do that. Don't know how to do that. I don't even do that for my personal life. That's probably not going to be a fit. And so that's what we're here to do. We're here to teach those principles. if you walk out of that room on December 3rd, you will know the exact numbers, your exact plans. You will know what you need to do, and it's just math. So let me pause there. Any questions, comments, thoughts? What are you thinking about?
Anybody? I got a mic. It's quiet. I think you said math and they all were like, eh.
Yeah, if you don't talk, I'll start telling realtor jokes. It's my favorite thing. I have a whole stand-up routine about realtors because I are one. That's my favorite trademark joke.
All right, Mark, we got our first comment here. Hold
Okay,
on.
good.
I think nobody really tells. Take a real estate license. It's not loud. That's my bad. Nobody tells you.
Nobody tells you how much it's going to cost to start up. They say take a real estate class, pass it, get your license, get in the groove, do the classes, do the trainings. But when it comes down to the bottom line, they're never going to tell you, well, you got to pay this much to get started.
Yeah, I didn't hear the first part of that, but it was the question about what was the question on that?
We get into this business and nobody tells us you're going to be broke and you don't know when your next client's coming.
Yeah, so
Then what do we do?
So a couple things. Number one is that happened to most of us, right? Now, on one hand, we can argue it is the cheapest way to start a business that can make unlimited amount of money. So for a couple $1,000, you can be in business and you can start to make tens of thousands of dollars a month. There's very few businesses we can do like that. So that's very appealing to a lot of people. But I find more often than not, people don't realize what it takes to go build a database, build a sphere of influence, find potential clients. So when I'm talking to somebody about getting into real estate, I have a general rule of thumb. Have a good idea where your first 3 transactions are coming from. Have a good idea of where your first 3 transactions are coming from. What does that mean? Well, here's the first step I would have all of us do. And you can go back and do this today if you're one of those people who got in and realized, wait a minute, this is costing me thousands of dollars a year and no one told me how expensive it was going to be and that I'd be broke, right? So number one is if you've ever been married or been to a wedding, you know that part of that prep is to identify the people you would invite to your wedding. So I'd go ahead and do that exercise. Pretend like you're getting married in 6 months or however long. For me, I might plan 6 days ahead. I don't know. But, go ahead and plan as if you're going to get married. Who would you invite? Because if you wouldn't invite them to your wedding, I don't know that I would want to start with them as a client in real estate. And so that would be a great first touch point. The other thing to do is in the old days, we had these for the younger group. We used to have these books and inside them were a bunch of names and phone numbers. We called them phone books, right? And we don't have those anymore. But what we used to do is we used to go through the yellow pages and we'd pick out every profession, right? We'd start with the aardvark salesman and we'd go all the way to the zebra catchers. I don't know if those are 2 real professions, but we would say, who do we know that does that thing in our sphere of influence? Who's my accountant? One of the things we're going to do on the 3rd is we're going to build your board of directors. So who's my wealth strategist? Who's my tax strategist? Who's my financial planner? Who's my insurance agent? Who is my estate attorney? Who are these board of directors? Because I'm the CEO of Me Inc. that are going to wake up every day and figure out how to help me build my wealth so that anytime I sit in a meeting like this and there's a compelling ministry to give to, I don't think twice about it and I just give. That's what we're going to do on the 3rd. So part of running a business is running the business. I know that sounds crazy, but one of the things I wish we taught in real estate school is how to run a business before we ever taught, what redlining was. Now, redlining is bad. Don't do that. But at the end of the day, what we want to do is what if we actually had a P&L? What if we broke down and said the median sales price in the Ballantyne Market Center is what? Anybody?
I'm here at 450.
Okay. So if I charge 3% commission, I'm not telling you what to charge. You charge whatever you charge, but I'm just do the math. If I charge 3% in my business, I know I'm going to get about a $13,000-$14,000 check. I know that after I cover my broker liability costs and my other fees, I might net $10,000 I'm paying taxes on. And so if I have a good personal budget, I can now back into the math, do a business plan, and I can know exactly how many houses I need to sell to stay on track. Now, more important than that, a lot of you are going through business planning this time of year. I've taught it for 20 years. I've been to it for 25. And so Business planning, every year I walk in and I see the same mistakes being made. This is not being critical of anybody. I taught it this way myself. If I were teaching business planning today, I would begin with the end in mind. Why am I so passionate about personal finance and wealth building? Because I learned early on as an agent and a team leader that if I help people solve for their wealth, everything else filled out in their lives. So if I can help you build a plan for your wealth, and we can begin our business planning with the true end in mind is not what do we have at the end of 2026 and did we or did we not pay our bills? It is, am I on track to retire with dignity and to be able to give to the ministries I choose to give to? That's the true meaning of wealth in my mind. So there's a lot to unpack there. Yes, I tell people it takes about one sale a year to cover the cost of being a real estate agent. Oh, by the way, if you sold one house every 6 months, you're ahead. We obviously want you to do more than that and better than that for you, but also learning how to invest in real estate. I'm going to teach you on the third again. If you never want to worry about money again, I'm going to give you the winning Powerball numbers on the third. That should entice you to come. What other questions do you have?
Questions?
I had a kind of a comment to your question. I guess it's kind of a gut punch because I definitely ran a restaurant and answered to my bosses and owners and had to do, labor budgets and food costs and everything. And I have not done that for myself. And a side note, I did just take business planning clinic with Kent Temple last week, I think.
Yeah.
And he did start with profit. Do you want to profit and go backwards? And that personally was the first time that we had done that. It's normally how much money do you want to make? And then how many houses is that? And how many appointments and blah, blah, blah. And he took it one step further to profit, which was super impactful. And I hope next year I'm proud of myself and not embarrassed again.
We're already proud of you. And I love me some Kent Temple. He's got the best hair in the business. And I think
He does.
Some of you will get that. Anyway, but I want to take it a step further. Yes, profit first, right? That's the Mike Michalowicz's book, Profit First. And what does that profit do towards your retirement plans? There's only 3 ways we get out of working actively. My favorite realtor joke is realtors don't die, they just become listless. What do you mean? That's funny. Anyway, so we run out of listings is what I'm saying there. But what if we chose to be optionally employed? What if our retirement was set and we chose to help people with the number one asset in their lives? That's one way we get out of working actively. The second way, unfortunately, is we become disabled. And the third way is my friends in Houston like to remind me, someday we die. So those are the 3 ways we stop working actively. My choice, my path for you is to stop working actively because you choose to, because you've got your house in order. And what a great aha. You ran food budgets, inventory, all those fun things. And a lot of us have jobs that we do that for other people. And then we get to our own finances and we don't do it. So thank you for that aha. Anything else?
Anybody? Okay, they're going to wait till the third to give you all the questions, it looks like.
Remember, Powerball, bring questions, bring your personal budget. If you don't have one, make one. Yes. On average, we overspend by 27% every single month. So if you think you spend 5, you spend 6. Just keep it. It's kind of
Hold on, got one last question.
I have a question. So how much do you discuss mindset when it comes to money? Because you can do the actions, the activities and things, but what do you do to uncover the mind blocks that are holding people back?
Yeah, great question. Mindset is everything. Everything begins and ends with mindset. So we begin the entire day setting the whole day up with our mindset. And I have a couple of rules around this. Be open to everything, question everything. Just know that about every 10 years, we go through some financial setback. We all do. The question is, you either know that we're going to go through a financial setback every 10 years and we are prepared for it, or we act shocked when it happens to us, right? And so it's about having a plan. So we're going to talk about mindset. I'm going to give you a lot of studies. I'm going to make an argument that we have a massive pandemic going on, not named COVID. I'm going to show you the studies of the mental health issues people are facing because of money and some of the decisions that we're making and why we think the way that we think. And so my favorite book, and there's a lot of this in the course, is Psychology of Money by Morgan Housel. If you haven't read it, it is the best book on mindset and money I've ever read. And it helped me understand why I might think I'm weird, when it comes to my thinking about money. And by the way, we have grace for everybody because no one is crazy. There's a whole chapter in his book called No One is Crazy. And, you know, I don't borrow money because I went broke borrowing money. However, other people succeed borrowing money. My parents' generation didn't invest in the stock market because it could crash 90% at any given day. My grandparents made their own food and their own clothes because they grew up during the Depression. No one is crazy. We just have to unpack and understand where you are. You are here. So that's where we start. And it's kind of where we end as well. Because I want us to think a little bit bigger. I'm going to make a controversial statement, and you were planning on coming, and now you might not. Please come. But I'm going to make a controversial statement. When I poll people on what their big why is, what's their purpose? Why are you doing all this? Why would we be crazy enough to get into a business where we make commission only, convincing people to sell their most valuable asset in their lifetime through us? Why would anybody be crazy enough to take on this silly job that we have, right? And I think it's the most noble job. And the answer that I get is for our family. And I love my family. I know you love your family. And yet, if our family was a big enough why, a big enough purpose to pull us through the hard times, more than 3% of us would end up wealthy at the end of our life. Let me give you another quick rundown, and I have to jump off here. 4 major expenses in your life that are going to eat up 90% of all the money you ever make. There's only 4. If you can get your arms around one of these 4, you're going to win big. Number 1 expense in your lifetime is taxes. 37% of all the money you make will go to federal income taxes, state taxes, sales taxes, property taxes, tax, 37%. So you have to have a strategy. 30% of us who actually sold a house last year do our own taxes still. Stop FSBOing your taxes. I am one of the weirdos you will meet that has read all 940 pages of the tax bill. And I will share with you why it's so important to understand as realtors and why the investing landscape for real estate investing is what it is. You'll see it through the tax bill, right? So taxes are number 1. Number 2 is going to be your housing. That's an area we should be really good at. And there's an inverse relationship with realtors and housing. If you're like me, to show yourself as a successful realtor, you must go buy a big house. It comes with bigger utilities, and then you got to have a nicer car. You can't, it's in the 1908 ethics rules for agents that you have to have a Mercedes once you hit a certain volume in this business. It's in those rules. Anyway, so number 2 is going to be housing. Number 3 is going to be transportation, the cars we drive. And number 4 is insurance. And if you just have a strategy on one of those 4, you will find enough money with what you already make to be wealthy. If you had a strategy for all 4, holy buckets, you're going to change the world. That's my sales pitch.
Wow. All right, Mark. Everybody, round of applause. I didn't even have to ask. Huge round of applause for you in the room. So December 3rd, we're going to put the QR code up here. And, already in. People are like, we're already signed up. So we're going to fill the room for you, and we will see you on December 3rd. Thank you so much for being here today.
I can't wait. Give Brenda my love. Thank you all. Thank you, leadership team. You're awesome. We appreciate you.
Thank you, Mark.
Bye.
All right, scan the QR code really quickly. If not, you guys always know you can find it on Facebook. Liz puts all of those information up for us on our upcoming events. Pull up the right code. Did it pull up our right code? Brandy confirmed. Good. I still got a couple cameras up. All right, December 3rd, Facebook, you can always get it on there. Make sure to register. It's from 9 to 3. You will not be disappointed. Mark is bringing, as you heard, all the nuggets. It was like he couldn't stop giving more nuggets, right? I was like, you're giving away everything. No, there's more. All right, so would you click me just to make sure we've good? Thank you. We also have, is anybody here from our Wealth Building Club today? I don't think so. So from our Wealth Building Club, we also have this Thursday, 2 o'clock, always followed by a happy hour as well, buying and analyzing cash flowing short-term rentals. So do not miss out on that as well. Today is our only team meeting of November, okay? Because we want to see you all back in lieu of team meeting. We'll be having our huge event, which is our Thanksgiving potluck. Scan the QR code. Again, you can find it on the Facebook. To sign up for a dish, a beverage, whatever you want to bring, your favorite grandma's mac and cheese. Okay. That is the next Thursday. For December. Oh. We're low. Sign up for green bean casserole. We want to taste it. One of our biggest events. So make sure you sign up. Thank you, ladies. For December, we only have one team meeting as well because the second team meeting falls during the Christmas break, which you all will be enjoying your families. So for our first team meeting on December 9th, we are having a holiday bake sale to support KW Cares. Charlene, got a mic?
Hey guys, this is really simple. Raise your hands if you like cakes, cookies, and pies. Come on, don't lie to me.
December, you say yes
Okay.
to everything during the month of
So
December.
the easiest way to solve this is if some of you guys will click that and make some cakes, cookies, and pies. And if some of you guys will come in and purchase at team meeting those cakes, cookies, and pies, then we will reach our goal this year to raise the funds that we need for our KWB, KW Cares. Okay, it's really simple. Come and buy them so that you don't have to go make them, go give them to a friend, and come January, we won't have to worry about any of that. Okay, thanks.
Yummy. All right, so that'll be our only team meeting for December, so make sure you're there for that. All right, really quickly, did y'all see Jay is the speaker for family reunion? Yes, huge. So Jay will be the speaker at family reunion. For those of you who maybe don't know, we get together twice a year. This year, it will be in Atlanta, though. So for y'all, you could just drive, carpool. The pegs have room. I'm offering the pegs. They have room. But here's where it gets really cool. On Saturday, let me click through. On Saturday, we've had the CEO Summit. It's something they've been doing. They bring 4 different people around different, 4 pillars of life. One might be around health. One might be around business. One might be around, again, more foundational and giving back. He brings these 4 amazing lineups for Saturday. That's the CEO Summit. You do need to register separately for that when you register for family reunion. What you don't have to register separately for is a full day of social media on Sunday. This is all, the social media con is all part of your family reunion ticket. So you can be there Saturday through Tuesday. Again, plan now. And that is again in February for Atlanta. Okay. Let's keep going. KW Next Gen. Who here has ever given to KW Next Gen? Like ever? You know what it is? See, I know it's not a ton of people. You're like, what is that? So with KW Next Gen, just like our KW Cares, you can give right through. Say I have a closing and you want $25 to go to KW Next Gen. You can do that. Just talk to Miss Lynn. Okay. But KW Next Gen is exactly what it sounds like. It is our next generation of young adults that we want to help, whether that's through scholarships, whether that's through programs that Gary does. They fly him out to Atlanta for seminars, right? So here is some of their amazing work that they've been doing, raising money, helping over 124 events for our next generation. I always say to myself, I wish I had found Keller Williams way before my 30s, right? All the leadership and things that they teach you along the way. So KW Next Gen. Miss Heritage Title. Here we go. What you got for us today, ma'am, in your pretty dress?
Thank you. I'm Mary Lauren with Heritage Title. Thank y'all for sharing your stories up here today too. That was so inspiring. Honestly, I was just thinking to myself, I go to a lot of KW team meetings and that was the most inspiring one I've ever been to. So thank you for sharing your hearts and your ministries with us. I think that was really special. And don't forget to sign up for the potluck. I signed up for the rolls and I was telling them in the back that I had a nightmare last night that today was the Thanksgiving and I forgot the rolls. So I woke up scared. Anyways, so I am with Heritage Title. Like I said, we are your strategic business partner for title insurance. Anything and all things title insurance, please reach out. Last time I was here, we talked about the selection form and the affiliated business arrangement disclosure. Those are the 2 forms that are required that you fill out, that your buyers fill out for all buy-side closings. Real quick, I wanted to touch on one thing that Carla and I were chatting about yesterday. So as you'll see on the selection form, is everybody familiar where it says simultaneous it says simultaneous owner's policy and the lender's policy? It's very important. So there are 2 types. So every buy-side closing, you have an owner's policy and a lender's policy. Owner's policy protects the owner, the buyer. Lender's policy protects the lender, the loan amount. If you are not telling your buyers about the enhanced policy as well as the standard policy, you're doing them a disservice. It's your duty of care to make sure you tell them that there is an enhanced policy for their owner's policy because it has so many more coverages. And we don't want you to run into the situation of a couple years down the road, they've purchased their property and they realize, oh, we could have gotten all these extra coverages. So I just say that not to scare you, but just to make sure that you're letting your buyers know, hey, we do have this enhanced policy. It has extra coverages. It has more protections. I just want you to make sure you cover all the bases and that I'm covering them with you and that you're covering them with your buyers. So that's my spiel.
That's great. And
Thank
if they
you.
need to ask questions,
Always
best to
reach
email
out.
you or
Email, text, Facebook, whatever you need.
reach out.
I'm sure you get tired of seeing me.
And you'll be hanging out in the hub as well
be
so they can
here.
come ask.
Thank you.
Fantastic. Thank you, honey. All right, we got Miss Teresa Green.
First off, thank you all for all the referrals you've been sending our way. We are busy and can't be happier. This is Dana. She has joined me as of last week. So come by, see us and visit with us. And in the spirit of giving back this month, we would like to give something to you all. So check under your chair. One of you is a lucky winner of a free appraisal for your clients. So,
And if not, there's empty chairs. Oh!
we'll take it, cash it in. If you can get it all put back together perfectly.
So great. Jess is like,
you can put that all back together perfectly. We'll give you a free appraisal. So Fatima, you have that to give to one of your buyers that we do a mortgage for. So we're always looking for ways to give back and say thank you. So I can't wait for the bake sale. I'll definitely be giving my share there too. So
awesome.
Thank you all.
Thank you. Perfect. Thank you. That's awesome. Congrats, Fatima. All right. I did not see Leah. Just kidding. Yep. Sorry, wasn't going to make it. I met Tasha. Tasha, who I saw. Come tell us how good we've been.
Thank you.
Oh, and go ahead and turn that one on. It looks like it turned off. Little button. Oh, no, you're on. You're on. You're good. Yep.
Hello. Yep, it's on. A couple of reminders, guys. Liz, okay, right here, we've got the
Yeah, I can Vanna.
listing agreement. Something we want to bring to everybody's attention going forward with your listing agreement. If you see, can you guys see item number 7?
Yeah. Oh, I can't reach that high.
Yeah. So if you come down to C, that's where we're running into some problems. And I know I'm getting calls. Carla won't release my check because this is wrong or whatever. If your seller is allowing you or authorizing you to offer a specific commission amount, you're going to go ahead and complete section C, 7C. You don't have that, you can write it down. Firm is authorized to offer. That's the only thing we want completed. If the seller may offer, just leave it blank. One, that leaves too much room for confusion and misunderstanding. And you told me 2%. Now the seller's saying 1%. If it's up to the seller, leave it blank. Okay. If the seller's authorizing you to offer a specific amount, complete the first little section under C. Okay. If it's something the seller's going to decide after he receives the offer, leave it blank because we can't speak for the seller. Okay. We've already had confusion. The seller said 2% and then he received the offer and it's 1.5%. Or he said 3% and then he received the offer and now it's 2%. So if it's up to the seller, leave it blank. Okay. That becomes between the seller, the buyer's agent, and the buyer. Okay. Not the listing agent. Any questions? Okay, great. Next, we've got a 710 and a 725 on the 710. We want to use that when we're reducing our commission, okay? Or increasing it if you're working with the seller. On the buyer side, we know we can't what? Increase it, right? Okay. So on the 710, if you're going to change your commission to accommodate the buyer based on what the seller is paying, you're going to use the 710. And right here, where it says other amendments, is where you're going to reference that specific property. Okay. Because you want to make sure it only applies to that transaction. Okay. Everybody got that? You're reducing your commission from the buyer from 3% to say 1%. You want to check other amendments and reference for the property at 123 Jones Road. The commission is reduced from 3% to 1%. That way it only applies to that property. Okay? Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I mean, we've come into, I mean, everyone's having this.
Oh, yeah.
Paperwork and you're kind of like guessing what the,
Yeah.
We just keep editing our buyer's agency agreement to match the 220. Like, little like correction, is that okay? There's something wrong.
Well, here's the thing. If you do that, yeah, well, because you reduced it to match the 220. Now, if that deal falls through and you've changed your buyer agency agreement from 3% to 2%, you can't go back up to 3%. Say that deal falls through and you find them another property and the seller's paying 3% or 4%, you can't go back up to that 3%. No, I wish I could say yes. But yeah, what you want to do is use this and reference that specific address, that specific property address. That way you're not tied into that commission amount going forward. Okay. And then the 725 you want to use just for informational purposes to send to your closing attorney. Okay. We're not sending our whole buyer agency agreement or the 710. Just for informational purposes, you're going to send the 725 just to tell the paralegal, this is the amount I'm receiving from the listing side. Here's the amount I'll receive from the buyer side. Okay, so 710 and 725 for your commission updates. Okay, any questions? Another couple of quick reminders, ethics. We're on a 3-year cycle for your ethics, NAR requirement for your ethics training. If you have not completed that within the last 3 years, you'll be due for ethics training by the end of the year. Okay, so check your schedule, see if yours is coming up or if you're due, and get that on your calendar. They can check it on there in the real estate commission. It shows their ethics training. And then first quarter billing, quite a bit higher than what we pay every other quarter. So get that on your radar. Start making plans to have that paid by January 1st. Significantly more than, the first, second, third, and fourth quarter. So you're looking at around 700. So make sure you're making plans for that. Mhm.
Yes. Should have gotten an email.
you
came
received
out
an
last
email.
week. Yeah, but you do have until December 31st. Is that
Well, it's due by January 1st. So
first, by the first?
yes,
No grace period.
no
Yes.
grace period. Okay,
So put it on your Christmas list.
there you go. I think that's all I have. Yeah. All right, guys, if you have any questions for me, just give a shout.
Thank you. And always remember, she has an office right here. So if anybody has any questions where she's at, just follow her out of the team meeting. You are.
We're last but not least. Hey, I just want to recognize some of our coaches who are here.
Into the
Sha-
middle so they can see you. on
Oh,
Zoom.
sorry.
That's
Hi, sorry. Here we go. Hi, Zoomland. Sharon Martin. You guys know Sharon, right? Y'all know Dave and Keldia. Darren had to leave for an appointment real quick. And then, of course, Yassine. who's a huge help. So is anyone else in the room here? Oh, they're all okay. So anyway, just tremendous gratitude for this group and all the work that they do. We've already closed 123 homes year to date. And this month is supposed to be maybe our biggest month of what we're projecting, which I'm really excited about for November. And then in addition to that, we are $1 million market center. Our coaching group is, because we have already given back well over $1 million in gross commission income. So hey, you guys are kicking it. All right. Really proud of y'all and really excited about what's going to come next. We are doing one of our last events coming up, and it is November 19th, and it is business planning. And Sharon was giving me a hard time. She goes, we got to come up with something more sexy or something that's going to get you guys to come, right? I thought about, after I listened to all the heartwarming stories, is maybe it ain't about the money, but the good it can do. How about that? But that'll get you here. It's going to be a tremendous workshop. They've worked on it today and been working on it. You guys are going to get a ton out of this with a lot of action in it. If you are not in coaching and it's something you might want to be interested in and say, hey, I might want to come to this, let me know. I'll be happy to see what we can do to get you guys in it. Okay. So that's all I had. Thank
Awesome.
you.
Thank you. Thank you. And I think that is the last slide with a thank you. Thank you guys for being here. Sign up for the Thanksgiving potluck, and we'll see you guys then. Okay.
And not just dessert.
And not just
Yeah. Stuffing.